All right, we got another draft here, and once again, we're on the no artifacts week, where I will not be drafting the artifacts deck with the one exception. If I get a Tolarian Academy in like the first 3 picks, and it's like the right pick, I'm not out here taking Tolarian Academy over Lotus. Ooh, this is quite the pack. What is going on here? This pack is pretty bad. There's just no cards I would really be happy first picking. RD's passing to me. I got John Livingston, Sven, and Mark on my team. So you could take Fury or Pyrokinesis. There's both. You could take Flame Tongue is worse than these, I think. Worse than both of them, honestly. It's actually kind of sad, but I think Pyrokinesis and Fury are closer than you might think. Pyrokinesis is really good. Instant speed's great. You know what I'm going to do here, though? I'm going to take Nadu. Look, maybe I'll wheel Noble. Probably not, but there's Savannah, Questing Beast, and Tireless Tracker. Yeah, maybe this is the time to do that. All right, well, there's a LED, which I don't like passing. But Bloodstained Mire, I think, is the perfect follow-up to Nadu. Because these Nadu decks tend to be a bunch of colors, and Cradle and Arwen, I think, are fairly likely to wheel one of those two. Because Emrakul, Hallowed Fountain, LED, Ponder, Luminarch are very likely to go. And then someone probably takes Spellbomb or Aspirant. I'm not sure what. Nissa could also come back, but I'm going to take the Bloodstained Mire here. And then, Windswept Heath, Birds, and Rumble. I think I just take Heath. And this isn't a pick I would have made while drafting green, say 6 months ago or something. But people aren't drafting green as much, myself included. I don't think Birds is going to wheel. That's not exactly what I'm saying, though I think one of these two definitely could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and these two. Steel Cutter and Canal. I mean, there's a legit path to both of these wheeling. But I think A, one of them is going to wheel, and if they don't, 6 will wheel. And B, you can just get Noble Hierarch, Elvish Mystic, Ignoble pretty late now. So I think taking the fetch is better. And that could open the door to taking Lotus Cobra here. I could also take Raugrin Triome or Botanical Sanctum. Raugrin Triome is fetchable by both my fetches. It makes both of them pretty nice, because what you want for Triomes is one that's only got one color on the fetch, because that means this makes both of these 4-color fetches. That seems like it's probably good enough. Ton of white cards here, but I can maybe get one of those back later. Oh, and see, look, now that means I can take Teferi. I just think Teferi is fantastic. I like it in Nadu decks just like anything else, or like any other deck. Julie, chill. The dog is just... Anyways, yeah, I'm going to take Teferi. That's the best card in the pack by a lot. There's Mana Confluence, Occult Epiphany. Nothing I'm really missing. And then here, I have to take Greaves. I was going to say I could take Strip Mine, because green can use Strip Mine the best. These packs are funny. It's like all white cards and all red cards. But I'm going to take Greaves here. Blue has seemed fairly cut. I did get a late Teferi. But Greaves for this Nadu. Okay, I'm going to cause some grievous injury, as it were. Now I need to get some green mana dorks, but because I have the fetches, like I'm right in place for something like Titania, or Brendan 6 looks pretty good here. Here, Springheart Nantuko is nice with Nadu over Pride Mage, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's possible I get Pride Mage last pick, or Terra Sunder. One of the advantages to drafting green is that it's a bit underdrafted right now. I think it's actually drafted a little less than it should be. So hopefully I can take advantage of that here, but I like this start. This looks like a really nice start. And now, this is an interesting pack because I could just take Surok. I've actually been kind of impressed with Surok. I had a game last week where I just lost to it. They played it when I had 2 counterspells in hand, and I just lost immediately. But I'm kind of interested in No More Lies. If I'm like Bant Nadu here, having a counter is really good. I think I'd rather have that. That's, I think, less replaceable. And look, Noble came back. So did Savannah, but Noble is really good. Look, Noble, Tireless Tracker, Savannah. Ooh, I don't like seeing Pyrokinesis, but Noble's really good, so I'll take that. You can get a green-white land at some point. And then now there's Cradle, Nissa, and Yavimaya. I'm going to take Cradle. This is the time. Cradle with Springheart goes nuts. And I think this is the highest upside card. Let's do some broken stuff. Cradle maybe not the best with... No More Lies exactly, but that's fine. Yeah, it's a shame Yavamaya's here because I like that one too, but I think Cradle's got the highest upside. I'm excited to see this Birds Malevolent Rumble pack when it comes back. If they both come back, I think I got to take birds, but I'd honestly be pretty happy with either of them. Once I have, look, I'm literally the only green drafter. There's 3 good green cards in this pack. All right, we're set. Look at that. I moved into it. I think I had good reasons to do so, and I think this is actually going to work out pretty nicely. And now, Botanical Sanctum and Lotus Cobra. I'll take Lotus Cobra. Lotus Cobra Nadu is also pretty sick. Ooh, I'm passing a Pact, but Haywire might. It's nice with Cradle. It's nice and cheap. These are close. I think Bone Horde is less replaceable. Oh, and a last pick Pride Mage, like I said. All right, we're set here. This is going great. Need to open something good? Oh, I really didn't. What am I supposed to first pick here? There's no playables. Animate Dead's the best card, and I have a Bloodstained Mire, and it's a nice way to get back Nadu, so I think I'll take that, because I'm going to wheel Elvish Mystic. I think I'd rather have Animate Dead over Snuff Out, given I have all creatures in my deck right now. Passing a Flage. I don't really like Lotus Petal in these decks. You want green 1-drops to go through Cradle, you don't want Lotus Petal. Also, Animate, I think, is just the best card in the pack, even if I don't end up playing it, which is possible. I think taking it away from RD is probably good. Retired Devil didn't pass a whole lot of black, so bummer of an open. My first picks have been Animate Dead and Nadu so far. Kind of a weird 2 first picks, but I think I'm well positioned here. I also think because I'm the only green drafter, the green duels should be coming relatively well. Whoa, Soul Ring, Mana Vault, Minsc and Boo Library. Well, I'm not going to get the Minsc and Boo because I got to take Soul Ring. Even though this is kind of a crappy Soul Ring deck, it's still a Soul Ring. I don't want to pass a Soul Ring. I'll pass a Mana Vault. That's fine. I will get one of these green-white lands back, hopefully Temple Garden. All right, well, Soul Ring it is. J Popster open the goods. All right. And I do need some duels to make these fetches work, though. I'm pretty happy I took Raugrin Triumph there. I think the Raugrin Triumph is a nice backstop. It means at least I know I've got that going. But red-green and white-green duels shouldn't be too hard to pick up. Blue-green duels, still not even the worst. And here, I want Once Upon a Time, but again, I don't have to take it right here. I could hate a Tinker. I could just take Miscalc. I think Miscalc is a pretty good card. Do I want Miscalc more than Loot? Because Loot is actually pretty nice with Soul Ring. Maybe I just take Loot and wheel Once Upon a Time or vice versa and just ignore the Miscalc. Mana Leak I'd be a little more into. I don't really like Lose Focus in this kind of deck. Just I won't have double blue often enough, I don't think. I think Loot is really strong. And I feel like no one ever takes Once Upon a Time, so I'll just take Loot here. Now I think I take Uro over Taiga. Though I love Uro, especially with multiple fetches. Yeah. It's tough because Taiga is a card that the Minsc and Boo drafter will take. If RD takes Mana Vault, maybe Mark takes Minsc and Boo, but I think Uro is just more important, even though I think it is more likely to wheel. And then here, I mean, I could Grist. I could Gemstone Mine. I really don't want to play Gemstone Mine all that much. This pack's kind of bad. Maybe I just take Sheoldred's Edict. It's a decent removal spell. I don't really want to play Eagles in this deck. All right. If you're only going to have one removal, that's a good one to have. And look, now I take Ignoble. Ignoble's fantastic. And I've got the 3 best mana dorks. Oh, and I can probably take Steam Vents to go with Bloodstained Mire. Makes it untapped blue. Is that good? Or should I just take Endurance? Endurance is a pretty nice card. There's some matchups where it's great. Let's just take Endurance. Oh, Breeding Pool. There we go. Got to take Breeding Pool. It's just the best land for me. I like Oculus, but these are not Oculus decks. I like Sentinel too, and there's not enough cards for Sentinel to come back, but I'm going to have enough green dorks. Now there's Boseiju and Mystic. I'm just going to take Boseiju. Boseiju is awesome. And I have the 3 best mana dorks. I really don't even need any more. I've got a Cobra, a Birds, a Noble, and an Ignoble. It's kind of set. Yeah, Temple Garden came back. So did Sin, Ursine Monstrosity. Let's just take Temple Garden. Again, I'm going to have my fill of playables here, and I think I'd rather have the untapped land than the tapped one, especially with all the mana dorks. So I don't think I need to take cards like Ursine Monstrosity or Sentinel. Like, those cards are good, but they're the same as Tireless Tracker. All those cards are kind of the same, though I know Tracker's gone too. Maybe enough are gone that I should be paying attention here, but I think for the most part, I would rather just take good lands. I'm going to have access to plenty of spells here. I don't even know if I want to play Animate Dead and Shield's Edict, to be honest. I do like this loot. Maybe I should have taken Taiga over loot, but I would have been a lot more unhappy if loot didn't show up. And Stomping Ground, I think, is already gone. I don't remember. This pack, I think I just hate the Bone Shards. I'm not playing any of these, and I think that's the easiest one to play. I don't know. These are all close. Here, I'll take Nurturing Peatland. I'm not going to play any of those cards. Peatland's fine. If I play black, it's another black source. Oh, there's a black source or a black card. All right, I'll take Grist. Grist is solid. And really just Taiga versus loot is the biggest question, but I really like having loot. I've been impressed with it, so I'm happy enough to take that there. And then here, no, I'll play a Cankerbloom. Probably not going to play Indoraptor. I guess it's a red-green card, but I think I got to cut this one from the cube. It just doesn't get played enough. All right, what do we got here? Mana Drain and Counterspell. Don't love that. Vaultborn Tyrant, Wasteland, Delighted Halfling. That's fine. I'll just take Mana Drain. I'll just have not the best Soul Ring Mana Drain deck because Vaultborn or Ulvenwald, this might get taken because people can sneak it into play and stuff. Ulvenwald will probably come back, or Delighted Halfling, the other really good mana dork. And I think my mana is probably going to support Drain, at least because I'm going to try to play Uro and stuff. All right. Drain. No, look, I can take Force, and I've got 3, 4, 5, 6 blue cards. Force is just so good. Take Force over Stock Up, which is also good. Fast Bond. Oh, I'm not going to wheel Volcanic, but there's a Copperline Gorge if I want it, or Generous Ent. All right, happy enough taking Force of Will here. Don't like seeing Parallax Wave, because that card is quite strong. Oh, this pack is actually like a little bit awkward for me. There's just nothing I really want. I'm just going to take the Parallax Wave. Maybe I don't play the black, and then I think I can probably swing this, or at least try to. I don't have much red. I just have loot, which I can play off like a Mountain and a Raugrin Triome. Or if I get another thing back. I think P-Wave is just extremely strong. So let's take that. And I'll have to see kind of how my mana ends up working, but I don't mind taking these. And then here, Godless Shrine is like the one land I don't want. I could take an Odawara. Yeah, I mean, I'll be fine on playables. I could take Godless Shrine and then get to play Animate Dead. And it's also untapped black and white, or untapped white off Mire, untapped black. Yeah, seems fine. I mean, what else am I going to take? I could take Expressive Iteration, but I don't think, I'm not confident the mana is going to be great enough for that. Oh my god, it's Mishra's Workshop. I'm in position for Pest Infestation. That uses Soul Ring, Mana Drain well, good with Cradle. Caryatid, I don't even know that I care about. I'd rather take Brainstorm over Caryatid, but I'm going to take Pest Infestation. That one is too easily splashable. I'm not going to count on it wheeling. That's probably crazy. I need a couple more playables and could still use more lands if I see them. But also, if I get more lands, then things like Animate Dead and Shield's Edict and Grist become playable. Which, honestly, with one Godless Shrine, I could consider it. I get 3 more picks here. Titania, Sylvan Safekeeper still in the wind. I haven't seen those, and I don't think anyone will take them from me. I do love me an Ugin, but I think I just take Hex Drinker. Zeator's Proving Ground isn't bad, but Raugrin Triumph does a lot of the same thing. All right. Yeah, let's just take Hex here. Passing World Spine, Deathrite. Deathrite would have also not be bad. Bristly Bill's great, but I kind of feel like I should just take Karakas. First of all, I have a couple legends myself. Uro and Nadu. It's good against opposing ones. Bristly Bill, 1, 2, 3. Oh man, I think Oath of Druids is going to be the last pick card I see. Not Bristly Bill, but I'll still take Karakas. I can afford a couple non-green lands, and I'm happy for Karakas to be one of them. All right, one more pick to see a new card. At this point, I don't actually care about Titania, so another decent blue card would be nice, just to make this force a little bit better. I'm going to play it, but I would like to pick up like one more blue card, maybe 2, if I can. There's also some that could potentially wheel. It's not like this last one. Also, I don't need Cankerbloom and Quasali and Haywire Might. I'm not going to play all 3 most likely. All right, well, Scythecat Cub with Nadu is great. With Fetches is good. Uro, I don't know. There's a lot of ways to make that good. Let's take out, I think Haywire Might is the worst one of these. No, it costs 1. Maybe a Cankerbloom. Or maybe just Pride Mage. Just we'll just make it easier to on my mana. Pride Mage is the strongest if you can cast them, but it's a double color card or a gold card against a monocolor card, so it doesn't, probably not a big surprise. Yeah, if I have to play Grist and Animate and Shieldred's Edict, I'm not going to be too unhappy about that. I could use another land or two, of course, but so it'll just be 5 colors. The question is, do I get Parallax Wave in? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white sources without it paying any costs. There's Othari. I love Olivine Oddity in a Cradle Soul Ring deck. I don't think I want Vaultborn Tyrant. I need to pay 1 million mana. Okay. Don't want Spellseeker. I'm not getting any more blue cards, sadly, but I think Generous Ent, because it gets Bant mana. It's not bad. I could take Fast Bond, but I don't think Fast Bond is very good, so I'm not going to. Reign of Glory. No, I'll just take Generous Ent. And then here, Razorverge Thicket, another green-white land. Yeah, that's going to make playing Parallax Wave a lot easier. And then maybe this Pride Mage even gets in. Yeah, picking up that Temple Guard and Breeding Pool is basically what I needed to do. Obviously, getting a Stomping Ground would have been nice. I feel like someone wanted Thopter, they would have taken it. So I could hate either of these. I don't know. They're all pretty close. I'll just hate the Lightning because these 3 all kind of go in the same kind of deck. I don't know. It's hard to say. And here, Caryatid and Zernorb. I guess if no one wanted Workshop, no one wanted Workshop. Sure, I'll take the Caryatid. Maybe I'll play it. And then I think I'll hate the Sedgemoor Witch over World Spine Worm. And last pick Oath of Druids. I knew it. I knew it. All right, let's go to build. All right, I think this is where we're going to go with not playing Grist, Qasali, or Shieldred's Edict, just playing the Animate Dead, because it's kind of free. I mean, I want to play Peatland anyway. Godless Shrine is good with Bloodstained Mire. Like, I think it's fine. 15 lands plus Ent is like kind of like 16 plus Soul Ring and all the mana dorks. Playing 1 mountain because I want to get it with Bloodstained Mire. An island to have another blue source, and yeah, pretty solid deck, I would say. I don't mind it. Let's see how this goes and see what my teammates have brewed up. So John Livingston's on Esper, Psychic Frog, Freebooter, Bronco, Thalia, Tameo, Rafine, Urtai, Fallen Shinobi, a bunch of removal and discard, White Plume. All right, no power, but solid. Mark has Gleemox and Time Vault. Time Vault to get untapped with Tezzeret, as well as VV, Iteration, Iconoclast, Fable, Steel Cutter, some counters. Yeah, this deck's nice. It's got some good stuff going on. Chromox too. And then Sven's got a perfect deck. Blue-white with a Sapphire, Swords, Reprieve, Mana Leak, Miscalc, bunch of cantrips, Snapcaster, Force Negation, Jace Subtlety, Feywild, Seasoned Engineer, One Ring. Yeah, this deck's awesome. This deck looks really fun. Lucci Companion too. All right, let's see how this green deck does. All right, round 1 against the RD. Problem is here, if I beat RD too badly here, he's going to vote for me when we play Among Us later today. Hate mulliganing a hand with a Soul Ring, but you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, well, this is a nice one. I'm gonna keep. I guess I gotta put Cobra back. I think so. I think it's worse to keep Cobra over Raugrin Triumph. Not that Raugrin Triumph is necessarily amazing. Duress me, please. No, why couldn't that have been Duress? I think it's actually Mac has the Duress, or my teammate. But what can you do? All right, well, that's why I have Animate Dead in the deck, huh? Turn 1 Noble. Turn 2, I'll probably go Springheart onto the Noble and then play a tapped Raugrin Triumph, and then turn 3, start making Nobles. Courage and Relic. All right. Just getting Duressed and missing would be really nice. Draw. Oh. That's interesting. I could Hex Drinker. Start copying Hex Drinkers. I think I'm just going to bestow here. And play land, make a 1/1. Play Hex Drinker. Just put a bunch of stuff into play. This is the kind of game where if I draw Cradle, it's going to go crazy. All right, let's see what Artie's up to. We Tinkering. We just playing blue-black control. Could be any of those. Doesn't want to cryogen my thing. Oh, that's interesting. So actually, yeah, let's just play Raugrin Triumph. Make a noble. Attack with these two. I'm giving up. Oh no, I give up too much exalted. I'll just attack with the Hex Drinker. If they kill it, then that's fine. And then I'm going to cycle the Generous Ent with the noble. I'm not going to pump Hex Drinker. I don't want to pump Hex Drinker until I can basically do it in one shot, just because I think it's too likely to be wasted mana. Okay, Cryogen Relic now on the Hex Drinker, sure. Okay, I mean, if RD is playing a fair deck here, then all right, then I like my shot. Interesting. All right, let's get a Metamorphosis Fanatic into play. Luckily, no creatures. If he Entombed in response, that would be so sick. And he's probably going to play a land too. Let's Force Cycle this. Get Breeding Pool, I think. I don't know. It's close. I have double blue. Oh, and double white. All right, so let's go Cradle. Make a copy of Noble. Well, hold on. Let me do the math here. If I just make a token, I'll have 5. Oh, I should just make a token because then I can play Teferi. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can't quite play Teferi and level up Hex Drinker completely. In fact, since I can't do that, I think I will make a token. Oh, wait, hold on. No, I have 5, 8, 10. Yeah, is that right? Because I'll have one more. So yeah, I guess I will pay. And blue, white, plus a bunch of green. Play Teferi. Level up Hex Drinker. Oh, actually, hold on. Before I level up Hex Drinker, let's just bounce this Fanatic. Okay, yeah. Well, I can't play this right now anyway. Level up Hex Drinker. And level up Hex Drinker and attack for 4 here. All right, Toxic Deluge or bust here. And even Toxic Deluge, actually, I think I come out of this great because I got the Breeding Pool, which works out. Because let's say Toxic Deluge is all this, I still have a Spring Heart because Bestow means it'll just fall off. Next turn, I play a land. Cradle goes up to 2, and I can play Loot and bash for a bunch of damage. Yeah, Spring Heart making a bunch of nobles, pretty sick here. Next turn, I've got lethal off just Hex Drinker. If I make it a 6/6, make another noble with this Breeding Pool. Cradle gets to work. Yeah, we're kind of doing it. Let's see what RD's got. 7 cards in hand, including a Metamorphosis Fanatic. Hasn't played a land yet. Sure, I could lose to Consult Oracle. Deluge would be for 4, go to 6. Yeah, I guess it wouldn't be lethal, but it'd be pretty close. What else could be like some sort of Wild Entomb play? Some sort of Tinker? We'll have to see, I guess. All right, didn't have it. Nice. Let's go. Blue-black. I'm not entirely sure. It kind of makes me want Shieldred's Edict over Haywire Might. I mean, he has the Cryogen Relic, but it looked more like Reanimator than Artifacts. The Cryogen Relic is just like kind of a fine card, and I still have a Pest Infestation, so I like this. All right, time for game 2. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to run this hand. If I get my Bird's Thought Seized or something, so be it. I don't think the green deck should mull a lot of the one land mana dork hands when you have decent cards other than that. Like, that is kind of how you built your deck. If you mull too many of those, I feel like you just lose a bit of equity. All right. Now I get to play birds. I have a set of beta birds, and I hope to get to play it in a tournament again. I top baited a Grand Prix with it. Birthing Pod Grand Prix Richmond, I think it was. That was fun. All right, well, if Birds lives, I get to play Caryatid Hex Drinker on 2. If Birds doesn't, I just get to play Caryatid. Looks like Birds might die. Oh, and you missed. Oh, he does have Tinker. All right, well, I guess if I lose this, Haywire Might's probably coming back in. Let's just play the more expensive one here. If I get dazed, yeah, whatever. This way I can play next turn Hex Drinker, Greaves, or Ignoble. Oh, I can play Ignoble, Greaves, and Hex Drinker. That's kind of nice. Okay, Ignoble. So sick. If he had discarded a big animate card, then I could have reanimate deaded there. That would have been awesome. And then look, now I can move the Hex Drinker or Greaves onto the Hex Drinker and smash for 3. Oh, I got snuffed out in my prime. That's okay. Yeah, let's leave the animate on the one I want to animate. He's only got 2 cards in hand now because he's down a card off the Collective Brutality because the portal, not that it was doing much in hand, didn't, the Brutality didn't hit. Next turn, I can go Oddity. If I draw a land, there's probably some thought to going Springheart and making a copy. We'll see. If I draw Cradle, I could probably do it all. I don't know. I haven't really done the math on that, but if I draw Cradle, I could go Springheart, Cradle. Oh, that. All right. Well, that's going to move Greaves onto the Sylvan Caryatid. I think it's worth bestowing onto the Ignoble here. If it's got removal for the Ignoble, then so be it. All right, move Greaves onto there. Though actually, I should have just played Windswept Heath first, I think. Oh, if he was going to kill it, then he would kill it. Anyway, is this like a Tidebinder or something? No. So, yeah, I kind of bailed already out because I should have, if I just played Heath, then that would have would give me an opportunity there. Oh, let's get Godless Shrine. I want to be able to play Animate Dead even if my things die, and then Greaves this up. So basically I should have been able to make a copy of Ignoble. I think it'll be fine, but I assumed he didn't have removal because you would just kill it in response, but I guess, yeah. Oh, there goes Tinker, okay. Well, Portal's gone. Not that Portal would even be completely insane here. Blightsteel would be pretty annoying. Palantir is not so bad. Okay. Oh, I guess he can just Fatal Push in response, right? Yeah, okay, so it doesn't matter to the timing. Oh, no, it does, because it was a Windswept Heath. Because I could have sacked the Heath. So I should have been able to make a copy of Ignoble, which is funny. He put both on bottom. And milled Atali, but I get to animate it? All right. Get in here, Atali. And I have Greaves, too. Let's go. He also bottomed. That's so funny. All right, Animate Dead Atali. What are we flipping? Probe and Uro. All right, well, not the best, but still pretty good. Wait, can I? I can't quite do it, but put Uro into play. Do I want to play Cobra first? I actually do. It's not like I'm playing 2 lands here, unless I draw a land off that. Oh, and Endurance as a... Nice. All right, we kind of got it all here. Let's play Cobra. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. I was going to make a Springheart, but there's just no reason to do that. All right, and Greaves onto Atali. This is really funny. Smash, pass the turn. My lands actually aren't the best for Uroing. I will say that. He did it. Tolly. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, it's a shame it happened against RD. RD's a really nice guy. But this is a very funny situation. All right. Cycling Lorien revealed. Sure. 1 card left. Undercity Sewers. If he has an animate in hand and he's hoping to bin a big creature, and then he hits like Gristlebrand, and then I get to Endurance, that'd be so good. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to let him draw a card off Palantir. I don't really want to die to flipping Gristlebrand plus World Spineworm. Yes, draw a card. Draw. And boom. There we go. All right. Time for round 2. Playing against Paul here on blue-red. All right. I'll run this. This isn't the best hand, but just like I like keeping one landers with mana dorks, I don't think I can mull every hand that doesn't have a mana dork. And I even have a Hex Drinker, which not the best turn 1 play because you go turn 1 Hex Drinker, turn 2 you level it, but it's not fully. And then turn 3 Nadu, I guess. And I think I'm going to sack this Bloodstained Mire to get a Raugrin here on turn 2. So most likely I'm going to go turn 1 Hex Drinker, turn 2, level this once and get Raugrin Triumph. All right. Mulligan to 4. It's not a lot of cards. So playing against Red Green Splash Time Walk, which I'm pretty sure that Paul here moved into green after pack 1, because pack 1 literally no one was playing green, which is a reasonable reaction to have, of course. Yeah, let's just attack with this. Play Haywire Might. I don't think it's bad just to run this out. And then play Raugrin Triumph. Then I'll slam Nadu next turn and build up towards loot on 4. Roberto. Oh, all right. Well, I'll sack this to get my Raugrin so it doesn't get robbered. That would be pretty annoying. It's Springheart Nantuko. All right, that's a pretty good one. Oh, Animate Dead, and I have my Black Source. All right, let's just get Nadu down. I'm just going to smash. I don't think is that likely to kill my Nadu, and if he does, he gets an attack in. That's fine. Probably can't also cast Springheart. And then if Nadu dies, I get to Animate Dead it. Because I don't think Red-Green's going to have Exile removal all that easily. Sure, I'll block. If this is getting burned post-combat, I'll take my like 3-for-1. Or is just upgrading it into a Springheart, maybe? Could be the thing. Oh, is this Fury? Or Pyrokinesis or something? Oh, it is Firebolt. Oh, Galvanic Discharge. All right. Trigger Nadu. Hit Pest Infestation. Nice. Seiju. So I could get Nadu back. I could Pest Infestation the Springheart. I guess I want to cast Loot next turn. So let's just get Nadu back here. Did I tap this for green? Sure did. And don't want to Haywire Might. I want to level up Hex Drinker now. I'm not going to leave mana up for these things. I'm just going to do this, pass, and then next turn I can play Loot. I don't really care if they're over there making lands into 1/1s. Doesn't bother me. Headliner Scarlet, Chandra or something. Sentinel. All right, Sentinel's pretty good. Oh, that Jules is dreaming. Do Jules dream of electric sheep? So did I draw? Greaves? No, Windswept Heath. So that means if I play Loot next turn, I'll have the mana up, but I also kind of just want to use my mana a little better. So let's just crack this. I don't need another blue. I'm just going to get a forest. I don't really feel like taking a bunch more damage. Loot. Send for 2 in the air. That's the turn. And if they mess with Loot, I get a Nadu trigger. Also, if they target Loot and I get a Nadu trigger and hit a land, and then I get to use Loot, oof. Oh, Sentinel getting in. Fair. Make a map. Discard that forest. Oh no, discards Lumberjack. So last card's Forest. And exiles Flame Slash. Dang, okay. They're battling. I guess I'll take my 4 and then gonna get Flame Slashed here. What do you Flame Slash? Probably the Loot. I mean, I would imagine. I don't know. It seems pretty hard to beat that hit Delighted Halfling. Oh, you don't want that. Oh, Hex Drinker also an option. I have a lot of problematic creatures in play. Flame Slashing Loot. I didn't draw hit the land. It would have been so sick. All right. Well, if I just draw Greaves, I can end this game. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to level up Hex Drinker to max. Because then they have a forest in hand. Like, what are they going to do about this? And I'll leave Nadu back too. I don't think attacking here with Nadu is going to be too productive. And now even if Sentinel gets an Inti counter and becomes a 6/7, I can block with Hex Drinker plus Haywire Might. So, which I think is pretty reasonable. And then next turn I can go Pest Infestation, kill Springheart, do a bunch of stuff. Bombardiers? Are you kidding? Okay. Does that kill me? No, I don't. Well, it's actually pretty close. Huh, that was a good draw. Am I going to lose to a Moldifor? I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. So, I mean, you clearly attack with everything now. I'm at 9. What a top deck. Okay. Make Sentinel large. So I'm basically at 4 effective life. Block. No, I do just die. I exactly die. Is that right? Yeah. That was sick. Bombardiers off the top. Oh, put it on the Inti? I think that actually... No, that doesn't change anything. Let's see. Inti blocks Nadu, or Nadu blocks Inti. Oh, no, this doesn't have trample now. No, I think... Does that matter? Is there a way to... If I double block... Hold on. Take 4 down to 5. If I do this, I just die. Wow. Huh, impressive. Needed loot to hit a land, I guess. Then I would have won, I think. They don't have any first strikers. Sometimes you can double block the Bombardiers to force a sack, but that doesn't really work. This is going to get killed. This blocks that. The 1 damage from the peat land this turn, or the turns I've tapped it, I guess 3 times, added up, because now I take 4 down to 5. If I double block Bombardiers, then he throws the Sentinel. Yeah, all right. I mean, I'm just dead. I don't think there's a way around it. Good beats. Losing to a Moldifor doesn't happen often. He had to hit basically all the right stuff, but did. And exactly gets across the finish line. All right. All right. Playing against red-green, huh? Well, Haywire Might and Canker Bloom are pretty bad. Grist is probably fine. Bonar Draxor is good, but I'm not going to put that in. I'll put Shieldred's Edict in. All right. Let's roll. Oof. Rough game. Obviously, there's things I could have done differently, but it all seemed like it was pretty reasonable at the time. All right. I'll play first. Yeah, I'll keep this. This is a turn 2 Grist on the play, or Uro, or both. Uro is also quite good in this kind of matchup, though my lands deal me a decent amount of damage. Okay. Well, only mold to 6 this time? It's weak. And I'm going to play Shockland over a pay 1 life land because it'll quickly be even. Same reason I'll play Godless Shrine on 2. Okay. Let's see. I'm just going to get Grist going because ticking up the loyalty is nice. And then next turn, I can go Uro into something. And what's this? A robber? All right, Grist is getting hit for 2, I guess. I think. Yeah, that's fine. And then next turn I'll just make another insect. +1. Grist is also going to make this Uro go pretty fast. Oh, nice. I didn't really want to draw force, so that was nice too. Uro. Play Rogran Triumph. Play Nurturing Peatland. Pass the turn. I'm going to keep both these back to block. Feels like Bombardiers to kill my Grist. It's fine. I mean, that wouldn't be my preference, but I think it'll be okay. And then next turn, do I cycle Generosint? I guess the upside of cycling it is it gets 3 cards in the graveyard for Uro. Grist will be a 4th card. This looks like a Sentinel. Oh, Ursine Monstrosity. The downside to cycling is I could just cast the Generous Ant next turn. Honestly, they should, I think, attack Robber into Grist here. Because if you don't, I'm just going to -2 the Grist, sack an insect, and kill the Ursine Monstrosity. Yeah. So I think I just do this. The Robber is just not going to do that much here. And I think I'll just wait, because if I draw a land, I can just cast the Generous Ant. Okay, not ideal. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cycle this. I think just get basic forest here. Play a land. Animate dead the Generous Ant. Make a food token. -2, sack the insect token, kill the Ursine Monstrosity. No, I don't want to play Greaves. I want to play Sylvan Caryatid. I don't think it's that likely that this Generous Ant is dying. And even if it does, I've got a Sylvan Caryatid. And I don't want to attack, like Greaves attack with Generous Ant doesn't seem very good because then I wouldn't be able to protect my Grist. This is going to be a time walk. Oh, the Uat. What did you say? What you got? What you got? Headliner Scarlet. Okay. Well, that's a scary one, but I'm at 19. I guess I'll just have to know that my Grist has got a clock on it here. It's not going to survive too long. That's fine. Okay. +1 Grist. And I get to sack Nurturing Peatland as well. Milled Boseiju. Great. I didn't really want to see that. Draw. Guess I'll attack for 5 here. I'm assuming I'm going to get Headliner Scarleted next turn, so seems like attacking is good. Play Birds. And Greaves. And I'll just Greaves up the Generous Ant. That's the only card I care about. Pass, and I have a food to sacrifice, so I'm basically at 22, and once Grist dies, then I get to get Uro back. Uro Greaves is just... Oh, no, I don't get to get Uro back because that stupid Deathrite Shaman. Yeah, I guess I needed to hit one more thing that goes to the graveyard. Damn. I guess Scalding Tarn gets Stomping Ground, huh? I would assume that based on the non-use of Deathrite so far. Okay, not attacking with Scarlet. What is that keeping back? Sack my food. I don't really think there's a reason not to do it. Oh, did they not do it? Did not do it? Oh, it didn't stop me from Urowing. Huh. Okay. I guess I'll use the Cradle Mana. That's a huge mistake. They really beefed that one. I make plenty of mistakes myself. I'm not making fun of anyone, but that is just, that's the whole game right there. Oh, into loot? Okay, and so now I can go blue, red, loot. This game's over now. I'm going to put Greaves on the Uro. And I've even got a loot here, which I don't even need to use right now because they have to block here. And I can attack with this. Actually, yeah, I guess I can attack with this and just kill the Scarlet. All right, well, we got game 2. That was nice. All right, going to game 3. Headliner Scarlet is annoying. That card is good. All right, I don't think I want Bone Shards. That's too costly for me. On the draw here, the only Soul Ring I've seen has been in a mulligan. But it's honestly not even clear to me that turn 1 Birds isn't better than turn 1 Soul Ring a lot of the time. In this deck specifically. No, I would be glad to try it though. Turn 1 Soul Ring Greaves, turn 2, I don't know, Ulvenrod Oddity already has haste to quick Greaves anyway. Sounds like a plan. Maybe my opponent finally will mulligan this time. Only mulled to 6 last game instead of the 4 from first game. All right. Well, definitely keeping this. Not the best force as usual. Force is such a good card that I'm willing to accept it. My opponent is mulliganing. All right, well. Yeah. Turn 1. What? Hitting broadside bombardiers. Well, that's one I'm going to try to force if I can. Pest Infestation is at least somewhat decent against it because it gives you a lot of blockers, but drawing a blue card. Oh, that's also nice. Let's just play the Boseiju. I don't think I'm going to... I'll probably play Temple Garden untapped, but didn't really have any targets for Boseiju anyway. Inti? Okay. Oh, and I drew a blue card. Let's go Cobra. Temple Garden, pay 2 life. Black, Shieldred's Edict. Boom. Okay, and now next turn, any land and I have loot, any untapped land, any fetch land, and I just absolutely pop off. If I have to force, I lose the loot, which I don't really want to do. We'll have to see what it is. I think a broadside bombardiers with nothing, I'm not going to force. Okay. All right, land. Land, let's go. Fetch land. Oh, that's not as good, but still pretty good. Yeah, I mean, let's play the Cradle. Let's add a blue. I mean, I think I actually just played Generous Ent here. Because this is once again me casting loot without... I will attack, actually. It's casting loot without a source left over to use it, which I'm just kind of scared to do. Gut, True Soul Zealot. Oh, that's actually fine. Got a little punish for attacking with Cobra, for sure, because this is going to now hit me for 4. But Pest Infestation for a lot, it just makes these skeletons actually like kind of ineffective. Let's draw. I keep being like 1 mana short of doing something. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Yeah, let's just play this and Pest Infestation for 0 artifacts. X's 6. So I just need any land and I can loot here. Okay. And I'm just going to smash for 7. Casting Force of Will is also fine. Gaia's Cradle has been pretty good so far. This is the deck for it, you know. I mean, 6 Pest just means those skeletons are really going to have a hard time making any forward progress. Same with the broadside of Bombardiers, which my inclination isn't even to counter it. I'm not going to counter that. Almost surely has to have a land, right? Oh, Flame Slash the Cobra. No. Just did it because you just kind of had to here, but my loot keeps getting delayed. Let's go Breeding Pool. And then cast Loot. Blue, red. Okay, there we go. I actually drew the thing for loot. Oh, hold on. How do I want to do this? I think I'm going to cast Loot off of... This is a kind of weird play, but the reason I want to make it this way is I can cast Force of Will now with this loot. I tap this for mana. Let's see, attacking with that. If I attack with loot, yeah, that was pretty good. 2-0, green is just cruising. All right, time for round 3 against Billy the Kitty, who's got a kind of cool Sultai Academy deck with... like Leovold, Time Spiral, Echo, Candelabra, some cool stuff. This hand, I'm going to keep it. It's not amazing, but it's for Soul Billy's mulligan. I've had a lot of people mulligan against me. Beseiju is very good against Academy. I have turn 1 Ignoble. Sadly, I don't actually have turn 2 Teferi. There's my Soul Ring, and kind of as promised, Soul Ring is just not the best in this deck. I have to play the Raugrin Triumph in order to play this Teferi. Grim Monolith. I don't think I'm supposed to Beseiju the Monolith. Play the Greaves. I think I just play Raugrin. Oh, actually, I will attack for 1, but then I'm going to equip the Greaves after. Keep me safe from Pyrite. Just Besieduing the Grim only saves me like 1 mana. I really want to hit that Academy. If Billy had a Time Spiral or something there, that's just not the end of the world. All right. Teferi and Endurance, huh? I think I'd rather get Cradle out. He's got a bunch of draw 7s. And white, blue to Teferi. Probably going to get countered here. All right. I'm just going to pass with Beseiju up. And hope to find something. Okay, Cracking Pyrite. So it doesn't have Academy then, clearly. No plays, huh? I don't think I want to use Cobra for mana yet. Let's just go Cobra, equip Greaves. Attack for 3 here, keep up Endurance. I probably am going to flash an Endurance end of turn here, but it only got me an extra 2 damage here because of Exalted, so it seems fine. Oh, what is this? This is like an Occult Epiphany or something? Jesus. Crying Infiltrator for a lot? All right, well, there goes my Lotus Cobra, I guess. Well, it's going to make things a little tougher. Things were looking good until we played a 7-mana draw spell. Double block here. Triple block actually would be better. I think it is worth blocking the Cobra down. You only lose 1 Infiltrator. 1/2s block so well in groups. All right, triple block, and do I kill the fake one or the real one? It's a fake one, and that's a fake one. No. This token. I think I kill. No, I'll kill the fake one, because I would rather. I guess I'll equip Greaves. I would rather have no Sicaran Infiltrator in Billy's deck if he casts a draw 7. I think that's like the tie break. All right, well, now's the time for Billy to do some things. Mox. Map, all right, Academy coming. Oh, already has the Academy. Time Spiral? Echo Vions? Narset, okay. It's doing big things over there. Echo of Eons. Sage of the Academy. You can redraw it, but still better to do that. And then I can't even play my Endurance, sadly. I get to get a green source now, too. Draw my card. Oddly enough, I drew Endurance again. All right, can I just draw Nadu? If I draw Nadu, I could get myself out of this. I think if my top card is Nadu, I might be a favorite here. Billy's not going to do anything else this turn. Doesn't even use the Narset. Would have to discard. Yeah. Sicaran Infiltrator looked real good there. All right. Nadu. Let's do it. Can I get... Oh, no. He's going to Narset now. What are we looking for? Subtlety? No, you can't get Subtlety off Narset. Force of Negation? LED. Oh, sure. LED for that Echo. All right. I don't think... yes, I know I can reshuffle the Echo with Endurance, but like got 7 cards in Narset. I think we got better things to do. I do want Kosali Pride Mage in. And Animate Dead looks kind of bad. And then also, does that mean I can take out any lands? No, not really, because I think I still want Godless Shrine. Shielded Edict actually could be good at killing Narset. Parallax Wave looks awful. I could just take that out. Caracas is good against Leovold, so I think I'll keep that in. All right. I'm ready to roll here. Let's see what I can do on the play here. The one game I'd run Soul Ring. I lost. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Teferi seems reasonable against Billy. It's got Counterspell. I think it's a good card. This hand goes turn 1, cycle Ent for Breeding Pool, I imagine. Turn 2, Sylvan Caryatid. Turn 3, Cobra Teferi. I think, yeah, I should have enough mana for that. And or Canker Bloom something. I could also go turn 2 Caryatid, turn 3 Cobra, play Canker Bloom, sack it if like Billy tapped out for a Grim Monolith or something. Though I guess Teferi can also bounce that. Okay. Oh, Springheart's interesting. Springheart on Lotus Cobra can go kind of hard. Just, you play a land, you start getting 3 mana from it. Make another Cobra, next one you get 4 mana from it. Oh, a Candlestick. We're ramping up. Cobra. Blue Teferi. We don't get spell pierced. Nope, and I'll just +1 it. I don't think bouncing a 1-drop is a particularly good use of my time. Oh, what I could do, I really need to draw Cradle, but ultimately Canker Bloom with Springheart on it is really nice. It costs a lot of mana to use. Oh, are we cracking Pyrite? Okay, so it doesn't have Academy yet. But then I can go, because I can go Canker Bloom, Springheart. If I draw an untapped land, I can make a copy. If I draw Cradle, I can go nuts. This is Leovold. Oh no. Is it a Narset? Stock up. Using Gemstone Mine, so there's a cost associated with that for sure. And kind of puts me on a bit of a clock. If I can draw Cradle and I go Canker Bloom, Springheart, Cradle, make a copy, blow up Candelabra, that would be sick. Cradle's been awesome. I mean, there is a use case for Cradle. Oh, a Nadu? Never mind, we got bigger fish to fry, huh? All right, let's go. Well, I'm actually going to use Teferi here because I want to draw a card. Because if I drew, there's a lot of cards I could draw here. Ovalwall already wasn't one of them. I was basically looking for like Cradle or Fetch land because I didn't want to have to play Raugrin Triome as my land. Because if I drew one of those, it would have been sick. Because now I'm going to bestow it on, oh, hold on. I'm going to bestow it on the Lotus Cobra. I don't think it makes sense to bestow on Nadu. All right, hit a land here. Go nuts. I mean, I wouldn't get to keep triggering, but I would get to at least play like a Canker Bloom as well. All right. Send. I think the Nadu aspect makes it worth playing Springheart like this. And then just using Canker Bloom as a one-off to kill something if I need to. Endurance is also kind of nice if he tries to set up some fancy like Rumble into Echo play. Academy is the card I'm scared of here because he has Candelabra already in hand. If he goes like Mox, Candelabra, Academy, that's already a good amount of mana. And if he has like a Grim Monolith, just do everything in the world. So I guess I'm not hoping for those. All right, Forest. So not an Academy this turn. Oh, is this a Deluge? Okay, well, if that's the case, then fair enough. Oh, I've got a clock here. Ovalwall Oddity, it's time. Cradle's still a nice draw at any point here. Peatland, make a token. Oddity. Smash for 5. Boom. Go to 8. I don't have lethal next turn, unfortunately. If I draw Cradle, I do. I can flip the Overlord Oddity. It's like that meme with the guy in the balloon and he's like reaching for the balloon and getting held back. The thing holding me back is not drawing Gaia's Cradle. That's all I want. Because my opponent here, despite having nothing in play, could easily win this turn. Like LED, Mox, Candelabra, Academy, Narset, Echo of Eons is like a pretty good start to that. That said, didn't do that last turn. It makes it a lot less likely it's going to happen this turn, though the Deluge was pretty good. I only drew one card off my Nadu. I do have a Teferi ready to bounce, though, so that part is good at least. I guess if I draw a land, actually, I could win. I go Teferi, bounce the Springheart, which unfortunately loses Teferi, so they can have interaction up again. But then I go Springheart onto Overworld Oddity, play a land, make a copy of the... Oh, yeah, I just need any land, even a tap land. Make a copy of Oddity and attack for 9, 10 with the Insect. Not bad. Let's see what Billy's got, though. All right. Auriok Salvagers. Okay. Do you have the LED? I have the Endurance. Is he just hoping I don't have the mana to cast this? Or wait, did it reveal Endurance? I guess I'm not sure. Or not mana, green card. I mean, this doesn't end the game. Though it obviously puts him in a pretty bad spot. Oh wow, he had Leovold and Echo. Okay, well, now if I draw a land, I can force that chump. A Loot. Oh, that just wins. I drew another Haster. All right, all right. Loot. Bounce with Teferi. Send. All right, going to game 3. And still don't think I want any of those. I guess Parallax Wave makes salvage. It's like you have it in play and it stops Salvagers and Leovold, I guess. It's too hard to cast, like, for what it does. I don't like it. All right, game 3. No blue mana in this hand. That's the wrong hierarch. I've drawn the ignoble a lot more than noble. I guess that says something about human nature. The ignoble defeats the noble, or something. It says something about randomness. I think I probably run it, though. I don't know. Turn 1 ignoble. If I draw a blue, I have a turn 2 Nadu. Well, mana drain is very good, but I'm very far from casting it. Maybe I mull this. Any hand with Force of Will and a blue card is probably better. All right, you know what? I'm going to mulligan this. So on the draw, I can get Raugrin, but I can't get green mana. I could put back Cub. All right, I guess I'll keep this, put back Cub. I have to draw a green. We both mulliganed here. Didn't seem like that last hand was going to do it. All right, that's nice. So let's get Raugrin with this one. And Temple Garden with the other one. Oh, he's got 2 Moxes? Hey. Hey, okay. Not loving this. Not loving this. Hit Grim Monolith. All right. Well, Raugrin Triumph. Okay, Cradle's great because Cradle is the sort of thing that can give me a chance here. Let's just get Breeding Pool. Actually, I think I have more use for blue mana than a second white mana. Okay. I could have played one of those things to try to threaten to attack the Narset, but I think getting more mana and more stuff into play is going to be better because now it's Time Spiral. I'll be able to no more lies the Time Spiral next turn. Unless he has another Mox here, in which case he does it this turn. No. Oh, he's going to deluge my Sylvan Caryatid. Kara. So I guess what I do, unfortunately, is I just go Cradle Go. Can't say I like it, but I would have no more lies up in that case. Narset's on 1. It's not doing anything else. His hand is Time Spiral, Grim Monolith, Toxic Deluge, I think. And probably doesn't have Counterspell, because if you had Counterspell, you just play Monolith off those two and counter my next play. But he's considering using Deluge to kill my Caryatid, and then next turn spiraling with Narset in play. Very reasonable. But I think, look, I'm just doing a lot of conjecture here. Might not have a land, because if you didn't have a land and you don't play Monolith this turn, you do risk not being able to spiral. Okay, so yes, Deluge, Time Spiral, and I don't know what the last card is. I mean, I guess I just blow up the Monolith. Let's see. Kasali, Pride Mage. Cradle. Cankerbloom. Destroy Grim Monolith. And I think the Pride Mage is probably better. Though, no, maybe I wasn't supposed to play the Pride Mage actually because of the Deluge. I know I haven't seen it. I just really feel like that's what's going on here. So I don't know. Oh, Shieldred? Oh, wow, that works out great for me. And I have Mana Drain up in a second here because I'm going to go Karakas, bounce Shieldred, attack Narset. Oh, this is actually going insane. Because then I go Uro. Let's not play the Boseiju. Let's just keep the Boseiju. Now I have Drain and No More Lies. And Billy might have to run out Time Spiral in a second here. And if I counter something, I'm very close to just casting Uro afterwards. And I have Uro Karakas. So these are both pretty nice. Just firing off a Shieldred. I would be fine with that. I don't even think I would counter that. I've got a Karakas in play, so let's on upkeep. I think I'm just going to do that. Karakas earning its money as it usually does. You know, do I want to play it? No, I guess I don't. Let's just play Noble. Send for 4. And I don't think I blow up the Mox, because I don't care if Billy keeps casting Shieldred, and I have a counter for her Time Spiral. It's a bit of a tell that I haven't blown up that Mox. Means I don't really care if Time Spiral comes down. I think I was wrong about the Deluge now, because you would have probably deluged 2 turns ago and definitely would have deluged last turn. 5 cards in hand, so Shieldred, Time Spiral, and we don't know what else. We'll find out soon enough. I kind of want to No More Lies the Spiral. Well, if I have No More Lies, did have the Deluge. Okay. Well, let's No More Lies that, and if he's got Counterspell backup, that'll be unfortunate. But then I'll get to pop the pop the Jet with Quasali. All right, so now let's draw. So I think I want to get Uro out because it threatens lethal next turn. Well, actually, I think it threatens 1 under lethal. I guess what I'll do is I'll sack the Pride Mage to kill the Mox Jet. Uro comes out. Tapping the Noble because that's the one that's like most likely to die. And Uro. I also have Uro plus Karakas, or Karakas to save Uro if I need to. And I don't think I even play Soul Ring, funnily enough. I want to leave up Mana Drain and I want to leave up Karakas. And I'm 2 points short of winning the game on my next turn, but Obviously attacking with Uro is going to be pretty good. And I have Drain up here. We going for the 3-0? All right, all right. To take our turn. It's looking pretty good. Let's attack with Uro first and see what we see. Okay, Teferi. Interesting. Teferi is kind of nice. Let's see. Cycle, Generous Ent. Get Temple Garden. Play Soul Ring. Temple Garden. And play Teferi, Time Raveler. And I'm just going to go ahead and bounce the Candelabra because there's only one turn left here. Two Greaves Nadu. I mean, I'll play the Greaves, but I shouldn't play the Nadu. Because I just want to leave up Mana Drain. And with its Teferi out, I think that's a lock. I think that is a wrap. The first pick, Nadu, does it again. My first 3 picks of this draft were Nadu, Animate Dead, and Mana Drain, which I'm trolling a little bit here, but he's at 2. I know he's at 2. His end is Time Spiral, Candelabra. I could have not done that, but here's the thing. I 3-0'd, John Livingston 3-0'd, Mark 2-0'd, Sven 1-1. We're gonna beat them 9-1 here. I figured, you know what? Let's get the Nadu out and have the Greaves, and all right, that'll be enough. I'm not gonna full troll here. We're not gonna go too nuts. Let's just go bash and put Boseiju into play, and boom. Well, that's how it goes. 3-0. All right, to circle back to wrap this one up. My shirt didn't magically change colors. But let's take a look. This deck, one of the maybe least impressive Soul Rings, yet it's still a Soul Ring. Really good work from Gaia's Cradle. I love to see that. Every time I think about cutting this, then it has like a really nice draft, and it's like, yep, we can keep playing Gaia's Cradle. I mean, this deck had Nadu, Greaves, with all the best mana accelerators. A Delighted Halfling, the only one maybe in competition. Pretty good land. I had 2 fetches, not like the best, because like Bloodstained Heart couldn't get green, for example, but I had the Breeding Pool. I had overall pretty decent mana, splashing Animate Dead, Parallax Wave, a sketchy Force of Will, but Force of Will is a Force of Will, and I think it was still worth it. Oddity, some individually powerful cards like Teferi, Mana Drain, Pest Infestation. Loot continues to impress. Let's take a look at the draft here. All right, so pick 1, pack 1, Nadu. There's Noble, there's Pyrokinesis and Fury, Badlands, I guess. I kind of stand behind that. Nadu, I think it's actually a pretty good card. I had a pretty bad losing streak when I drafted it for a while, so I banned myself from drafting it. But I do think it's actually pretty good. And I was pretty sure I was going to wheel Noble. I mean, Noble, or, well, not Noble, but like Noble or one of these other green cards, then all the green cards wheeled. So this was a spot where I picked a good draft to be green because no one else was, which is, you know, green's obviously one of the, probably the least drafted color for good reason, but still when you're the only one there, it can be pretty good. Second pick, Mire over Cradle, but I think it's too early to just slam Cradle. Mire is really important for green decks. The Nadu decks play like 4 or 5 colors a lot. Yavimaya, Hallowed Fountain. I mean, Hallowed Fountain is more on target for Nadu. Blue-white is better than black-red because it's already blue, but I still think the fetch is there. And then Ponder. Then here I took fetch over Birds and Rumble. Rumble didn't wheel, Birds did. Or no, wait, they both wheeled actually, I think. Raugrin ended up being kind of a load-bearing piece. And then, again, the way I draft green this cube now, maybe you can exploit it if you're in these drafts. I don't take the mana dorks that highly because I find you can just get enough of them. They're not that contested. So I would rather take lands in this case. Here Teferi, because I love Teferi, over Mana Confluence, or Mystic Confluence, or sorry, Mana Confluence, or Epiphany, really. And then Greaves over Strip Mine. Strip Mine's tempting. You're going to be able to pick up Ramanop or Renin 6 or Crucible a lot, but Greaves is the absolute best thing to combine with Nadu. So I would take Greaves, then I take Springheart, And then I take No More Lives, which is an important thing to have as some counters. Noble over Savannah, which ended up working out totally fine. I got a Temple Garden later. Cradle came back. Then took Birds over Rumble. 5 cards left. Cobra over Sanctum was close, but I had 2 fetches at the time. So it felt like that would be pretty nice. Haywire Might and Pride Mage. Then here, kind of a bummer Animate Dead first pick. Kind of a nice Soul Ring second pick over Minsk and Boo. Minsk and Boo was probably better in my deck, to be honest. I had a bunch of Nobles and stuff, but you can't do that in a team draft. In an 8-player draft, I think if you had the exact deck I had at the time, you should take Minsk and Boo over Soul Ring here. It's just not a Soul Ring deck. I mean, look at the cards I picked. None of them really worked that well with Soul Ring. Granted, it's still Soul Ring, but here I took Loot over Once Upon a Time and didn't get the Once Upon a Time back, but Loot was really, really good for me. Uro is always great. Uro over Taiga, also very close. Maybe I could have wheeled Uro, but Taiga would have been nice. Uro is just really solid, though. Here I took Shield's Edict, which I did side in multiple times. Ignoble, Endurance, Breeding Pool is a gift. Beseiju over Elvish Mystic. Again, I just kind of passed the mana dorks. Slammed a Temple Garden. Got a Grist late. Here again, first pick. Not really a card I wanted, but best card in the pack. Then took Force of Will. So my first picks were like Animate Dead, Mana Drain, Force of Will, and I'm just playing 5-color green. Or first and second picks, and then Parallax Wave, kind of a half hate, half I can play this card. Look, one of the strengths of green is you get to play a lot of colors, so you can take cards pretty freely. And then Godless Shrine, which was okay. Loved picking up Pest Infestation, Hex Drinker, Karakas, Cub, Oddity, into Ent, into Razorverge Thicket. Yeah, pretty successful draft, and I'm enjoying No Artifacts Week. So that'll do it for today. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll be back tomorrow with another draft, no artifacts included. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel and you won't miss a single draft.